Hello everyone, welcome to Retro Dad and Modern Lad, the YouTube channel and soon to be website, and welcome to the Tomb Raider Unfinished Business playthrough. We're going to be playing the fourth and final level, which is called the Hive. So when you start the level, you will notice that when you move forward a little bit, there is loads of boulders on the ceiling, and you can tell it's going to be difficult to get past them, because what's going to happen is when you go to run, basically they're going to drop on your head and they're going to roll towards you. Now you can't go down the sides because, as you can see, there's lava there, but I'm going to show you the real easy way to do this. But first, let's just get some of the items. So you can see there's two frozen enemies there. Now them enemies will become active when you press the two levers across the other side of the boulders. You will notice as well that in other YouTube videos and things, people do sequences to get across the boulders, and they'll go left, right, forward, back, left, right. And to be honest, it takes them like 5 minutes, and I just think that's just too long for me. I have to come up with a different way. And when enemies are frozen, you can get some good model shots. Look at that, looks really good. But yeah, I seen how other people were doing it, and I just thought, that's going to be difficult for people to remember, you know, which way to go, and I think people are just going to end up dying. So I thought it'd be better if I tried to come up with an easier solution for the problem, which is what I have done. Now me personally, I can just run in almost a straight line and go straight through the boulders. And if you look down here, you can see there's lava down both of these. But yeah, I can just run, and with a little bit of movement I can just do it freestyle. But what I've come up with is a sort of easy way for people to do it who are less experienced at Tomb Raider. And what it's all to do with is the lines on the floor. You see the line that's on the floor directly from Laura's right foot, and it's now in the middle of her legs. What you want is that line to be roughly in the middle of Laura's legs, and Laura to be right at the back of this tile that she's on now. Now what you're going to do is you're going to run forward, and just as you start running, hold the A button and keep your finger on it. The second jump, go left. The third jump, go right. This is by far the easiest strategy I've come up with for beginners. And even if you died once or twice, it would still be a lot quicker than using the technique where you've got to go back, forward, left, right over multiple tiles. So just when you pull the lever, go forward a little bit so you're here, and you can just jump from side to side. Because if you try to kill these two enemies when you're in these little corridors, there's just not enough space to move around. Again, you've set off the next one, so what we'll do is we'll go right forward here, and we'll just move from side to side while shooting. I'd use the shotgun because it seems to dispose of them quicker than other guns. That's it. Once they're dead, you've got to get all the way back, and there's still boulders on the ceiling. So what you want to do is you want to run and jump onto the tile to her left, and then run in a straight line. And once you get to about here, go to the left and just wait, and there'll be one boulder coming. And once that's passed, you can move forward. Now you don't have to go this way at all. There's quite a lot of sections in this level where you don't have to go there at all. Basically going here just gets you a couple of extra items. But having said that, at this stage we've already got lots of items. So there's lots of bits in this level where I just think, for the amount of ammo and health you've already got, there's just absolutely no reason to do it. So I'm not really sure why they've done that quite a few times in this level. There's only one secret in this level, and I just think some of these, maybe they could have altered them a little bit and made them into a secret. So get the save crystal. Now with these gates, what you do is if you stop, the second bang you hear when they shut, run then. Pick this up. Now this bit can be a bit awkward the first time you do it. If we just take a look, basically you've got two ramps that you need to jump from, and then you need to go back and forward to get onto the platform. So move as far right as you can, then angle Lara. So you don't want to go backwards, that's why you're angling it. Jump, slide, jump again. Now jump across, jump back while holding right. So back and forward while holding right as she moves to the right. Now there's going to be an enemy to your left. Start shooting away. Dead. And the secret is here. There's only one in this level, which I'm not really sure why there's only one. There's just so much scope to have had a lot more secrets in this level. It is well placed, I think. I do think it's a good secret. Just watch out for the enemy here. But I just think there's so many other bits of the level where if they'd have altered them a bit, they could have been really good secrets. And notice the way it's gone silent. The ambient music stopped, and that happens sometimes when there's been an explosion on screen. Now you can fix that by pressing the start button and it'll restart, but since we're right by a secret, the ambient stops at the secret chime and is triggered off cleverly just as you're leaving the secret, which is something JRTombRaider implemented. I'm just taking control of the camera here because I use the centre of Lara's head to measure where she's going to jump, which is a good thing to do. And there's the secret chime. Now that would have stopped the ambient music anyway, but what we'll hear is, let me just line this up first. See, you can do a line visually in your head from the centre of Lara's head when you take control of the camera, and that's where she's going to jump towards. I use that quite a bit. Listen, as we get up here now, you'll hear it start again. And can you hear the ambient music started? That's a real clever workaround JRTombRaider did to get the ambient music to start again after it gets cancelled out by the secret sound. Now, despite all the things we've done, which is surviving the boulders, sliding down the ramp, I'm going to actually show you that you could have skipped out all of that. Hi everyone, here's a clip I've put in. So basically, these two holes that I showed you, you can actually just jump down these, and the easy way to do it will go to the one to the right because you wouldn't have the secret. And all you need to do is hold the B button and hold forward like this, and you'll drop down, and just as long as you've got full health you'll be safely down here. And another advantage of going this way is the enemy will be frozen because the game doesn't quite understand how you've got into this part of the level and you haven't triggered it to become active, so you don't have to battle the enemy. Oh, I was just putting a clip in there so it was pausing, and we're getting blasted by the enemy. See if we can get them from here. Oh no, we have to move forward a bit. Be careful with this bit if you do start getting blasted early, because it's easy to run off into the lava. There's quite a lot of lava in this area. Where are they? There they are, dead. Right, we'll just get this medipack, and there's multiple ways you can do the next bit, so I'll just talk you through it. Where's the medipack? Oh, there it is. Right, so basically there's two timed doors and there's two platforms in the lava that set off the timed doors to open, but you've only got limited time to get to that door before it shuts. Basically, the one on the right opens when you stand on the platform that I'm running towards now, this one. For a limited amount of time you can see it's open, the one on the right. And we'll just get the items, and then this is the one I use. I've seen a lot of other people play this level and they tend to use the other door, but I find it easier to use this one. So if we turn around here and just jump over here, be careful on this one though, because the end of it is a ramp and you'll start sliding towards the lava. See that platform that's over there? That one opens the left door on a timer. But what I'm going to do is I use this platform here, and if you do this sequence, as soon as you jump on it, it opens. So you just walk slowly, jump across to here, and then do a stand and jump straight across, run and then hold the walk button just as you get to the lava end so you don't go off. Step back, jump, grab, and you should just about make it in time to get through the door before it shuts. So on this bit, what you want to do is you want to do a run and jump across just slightly to the right, and then jump again as soon as you hit the platform, and that'll set off 2 enemies. So just kill the enemies. Oh, they've gone round the corner. See if they're going to come back. Oh, here they go. And then once you kill these 2 enemies, we're going to move towards the far left. So you want to do a run, jump and grab here towards the far left. No, I don't. Yeah, I haven't done it properly there. Don't worry if this happens. I didn't go up the ramp enough there. What you do is just get up here, and you need to do a backflip because you can't stand on this one. And then you can just jump up from here. So slight mistake there, but it's not cost us our lives, so that's not too bad. Once you get up here, we're going to do a run and jump across, and there's going to be an enemy we're going to face. So just get the angle right. You want to do a run, jump and grab here, just to make sure you get across. And can you see it at the top of the screen there? There's the enemy. It's frozen at the minute. As you get closer, it'll become active. Well, when you do this bit, go quite far to the right, because otherwise you hit the wall, and the problem is if you hit the wall and it starts to fire, I'm going to use a different weapon. Let's use the Uzis. Because if you hit the wall, I should have went further to the right there. Lara won't keep moving in a sequence, she'll stop if she hits the wall and you get blasted then. Yeah, look, it's happened. So you can learn from my mistake. Make sure you move further over to the right so she doesn't hit the wall there. Take a medipack. And just drop down here. And there's two ammo here. It's really easy to miss this one here. There's 60 items in this level. I'm going to try and get them all. And there's this one here. And also, if you look to the left here, that's actually the room that had the timed doors in it. So again, like the level before, it's got intertwining bits where you can see through glass. And there's a save point there if you want to get it. I'm not too bothered. So this takes us into another main area. Now there's loads of different items to get in the water, which we'll try and get first. Let me know in the comments if you've played Tomb Raider Unfinished Business and how you've got on playing it. JRTombRaider's done absolutely fantastic work on this, and it's been an absolute pleasure to have played a small role in the project, both in testing and making some recommendations. So thank you to JRTombRaider for letting me be a part of the project. And also I want to give a shout out to some of the other people who've helped on the project. ROS Rings of Saturn has helped with testing and also bug fixes and other things. And one of the ones that he done that was really impressive was the rendering patch, which fixed surfaced improvements, and it's really noticeable on things like the bridge in the first level. Right, I'm running quite low on breath here. Am I gonna? No, I'm gonna turn around. I was gonna go for that last item, but I'll just get some breath in the meter before I go back down. Also, if you're a big Tomb Raider fan, I'd highly recommend you check out ROS's 2 brilliant Tomb Raider Sega Saturn mods. I've got videos on my channel. And also check out ROS's fantastic Sega Rally mods. They're really fun on what is breathing new life into one of the Sega Saturn's best games. Oh, I'm getting shot. Just get in the corner here, see if I can wait for them to move away. ROS has done fantastic mods for the Sega Saturn, and it was a great inspiration to myself to produce mods and give me some assistance on my Worldwide Soccer 23 mod. Oh, I'm getting attacked here. It's gone all out war. Oh, nearly fell in the water then, didn't I? Oh, it's really going at me here, isn't it? Got it? Yeah. I took a bit of a beating there, didn't I? Sometimes the enemies really go after you, and sometimes, you know, they'll run away and give you a bit of space. Take a small medi pack. While I really do like the design of this level, what I would say is, sorry, you can see the enemies there, just trying to line it up a little bit. What I would say is that, particularly towards the end of the game, like now, there's a lot of enemies. They've gone with a more is better approach. And there's also a lot of ammo, but there's not really a lot of puzzle solving. And I think they could have, let's just blast all of these. I think they really could have used some more puzzles as well as the enemies. It is a different type of gameplay and it is interesting. It's more action packed at the end of this level. Where am I getting shot from there? Oh, I'm not going to lie to you, I just fell in the water there. I missed time to jump. To get back out and give it another go. Let's see if we can blast this one from here. See if it's doing it a little bit further down the line. I don't think... Are they taking damage? No, I think they're just laughing at me, aren't they? Now, you can kill that one from the platform that's just across the right there. We'll kill it in a bit. Thought we might have been able to dispose of it now, so let's just jump across. We actually made it this time. But yeah, I just think, like, we've just killed all them enemies and then there's all these bullets here. And I just think there's lots of places in this level where there's just a ridiculous amount of ammo. And we don't really need it because we've just built up a lot of ammo over the levels. And yeah, I would have liked to have seen a little bit more puzzles. And I don't think they would have had to have greatly changed the levels because I really like the design. I just think with a little bit more thought, they could have added in some puzzles, and also they could have added in a couple of more secrets. But yeah, that's just my opinion. You can let me know what you think in the comments. Which is your favourite level on Tomb Raider Unfinished Business? Right, so these two enemies have appeared out of nowhere and we're just going to go all out war, I think. So now we'll be able to kill that enemy that we couldn't kill before from the platform as we were getting up. Just move to the side a bit here so we don't jump all the way off into the water. And you should be able to shoot it from here. Is he dying? Yeah, dead. And don't forget to get the ammo here. Now this next bit that we're going to do is pretty similar. You do have to go into this next room. However, once you've pulled one of the lever, you then go into the next room where there's a load of enemies, which is all out war, and there's a load of items you can get from under the water, but there's just no need to get any of them. Once you've pulled the levers, you could actually just leave this next room without doing the next bit. And yeah, it just seems like in this level there is quite a few bits where there's bits of the level you could just not do at all, and the only difference would be is you wouldn't kill a few enemies and you would get some less ammo and health, but we've already got a lot of ammo and health. What would have been better, I think, actually, and here's my idea for it, is if maybe towards the end of the level you had to use some keys and there was some keys spread out, so it made it so it was worthwhile going into these rooms rather than just putting enemies and ammo into them. And then you do the rooms and you think, well, actually I didn't need to do that bit. So there's two levers, you just pull them here, and when we go into this room you can get that save crystal if you want. I'm not going to bother. There's two centaurs around here, so just be prepared. And it's the classic left-right, just jump to the left and jump to the right, and we'll use a health pack because we're low. But yeah, if you just go left to right, they won't hit you and you can just blast them. The only thing to consider is when you finish killing one of them, take your finger off the shoot button, because what I find sometimes with Tomb Raider is when you kill an enemy, if you don't take your finger off the shoot button for a second and put it back on, Lara doesn't lock onto the next enemy, so they're dead. And now we've got a load of levers to get, and there's also ammo in the middle of each one, so we'll pick them up. But basically with these levers, I'll tell you which ones that you have to get, and some of them you don't. You have to open that one, so make sure you open that one. And let's get this next ammo. And if you just turn on a bit of an angle and back up, you'll practically be in the position you need to get the next lever. You don't need to get that one if you don't want to do the next bit. Most of the time you get a good shot at the enemy there, but I didn't seem to get it. I got a bit of bad luck there. Now if you're playing, it's your decision entirely. Do you want to get more items, and do you want to, you know, have a fun battle with the enemies? Again, that one, you don't need to get that if you're not bothered. You can finish the level without opening that one. And you need to open that one as well. So the two end ones you've got to open. Now you could just go back through the door you come in now and go back into the main area to finish the level. You don't have to go do this bit at all. Although I do find it quite fun because there's a load of enemies to just battle them. But yeah, it definitely is a more is better approach for this bit of the level. Now you can run in there, and it gets ridiculous though, because you'll end up breaking open two other enemies. There'll be like 1, 2, 3, 4. There'll be 5 enemies in there, 2 floor enemies, 2 flying enemies, and a centaur. But it just becomes too much, and you know, death is likely. So what I would do is what I'm doing: just pick off the first one, and then go in there and kill the second one from long distance. And then what we'll do is we'll get this large medipack, and there's another large medipack in the same position on the other side, so we'll go over and get that as well. But yeah, I'm just not sure about that, why you would have bits of the level which it's almost like they're optional really. And I just think maybe if they'd hid a key under the water, you needed keys later on or something like that, it would make you do this bit. So again, just left to right. Oh, I've set off that other one. I didn't want to set off 2 at the same time. But what I think's good about this bit is just keep going left to right, you'll be fine. Because I think the frame rate holds up really well in this bit. You know, even if you set off 2 or 3 enemies, it does take a little bit of a hit, but I don't feel it affects gameplay. You know, it's perfectly acceptable with the 2 when I set them off then. And here's the last one. Just kill this. So basically this next water bit, there's nothing down here really. Well, I say there's nothing down there. There's loads of items down here. So if you was short on ammo or health, it's definitely worth going down here because there's just loads of ammo. But as far as completing the level goes, you don't need to come down here. So we'll just come in here. And as I said, there's just loads of health and ammo in here. Missed the first one, we'll go back for that in a minute. So I just collected all. I'm collecting it all to show you where it is, and it depends. You know, it depends how much you've struggled in the first couple of levels. I suppose there is a possibility. I don't really see how, to be honest with you, but there is a possibility you've got to this level now, and just get this one that opens the one to the right, and you haven't got much health or ammo. In that case, it's definitely worth doing this bit. And I think it is a fun bit, but I just think like maybe in this next one, which is a bit like a maze, they could have hidden the key or something. What do you think about that? Do you like the way it goes all action? Maybe it's a nice change of pace, you know, towards the end to go all action actually. But I just think, you know, maybe they could have had the puzzle in, just so every bit of the level was essential to go to. You couldn't sort of pick and choose. Now it's easy to miss items in this bit. I want to try and get all 60 items, so I'm going to try and get them all. I have to keep an eye on that health meter, not health, sorry, your breathing meter. Right, Right, there's that one right across there. Is there any other ones in between bits? I think that's it. What I'm going to do actually is I'm going to go and get some more breath and just check that I've got all the items here. I think I've got them all, but I haven't really got enough breath to carry on moving round. Let's have one more scan of the area. There's nothing there, is there? No, it looks clear. Is there anything to the right now? No, what we'll do is we'll get this lever and I'll just check the far corner as well. Although I'm pretty sure there is nothing in the far corner. No, there isn't. So when you go down now, you've just got loads of ammo and it takes you back to the main area. But as I said, you could have skipped that out. Right, you want to get out of the water here. And we're going towards the end of the level now. Here's a really good bit at the end of the level in a minute that I think's a real memorable moment in the game. So we'll just get the ammo up here. Also, don't forget to go over to JRTombRaider's YouTube channel and give him a subscribe. And if you haven't already, watch the excellent Tomb Raider Unfinished Business trailer. Ooh, I thought doing a side flip there I would have been able to get straight on there. Misjudged. JRTombRaider has also showed off a really exciting project to bring a Tomb Raider 2 E3 demo to the Sega Saturn, which is the E3 demo for the PlayStation version that was released at the game show for people to try the game before it came out. It will be running on the Tomb Raider 1 engine, same as Unfinished Business, but still really exciting to see. Naturally, with it running on the Tomb Raider 1 engine, there will be some limitations, but actually the Tomb Raider 1 engine is really versatile, so I'm really excited to see where he goes with the project. The videos he's done, which you can check out on his channel, already made some fantastic progress. Right, so we're going towards one of my favourite areas in this level. Probably my favourite area in this level is this next bit. And arguably, oh, gone too far. Arguably, I think the level should have actually ended in this room. Now, in my opinion, the end of the level, and they were sort of restraint in what they could do at the end of this game, with it only being a expansion of the original Tomb Raider game. But I think Unfinished Business should have ended with either Lara facing off against the sort of boss enemy or getting an artifact, but unfortunately it's neither of them things. Ooh, gone past again. It's neither of them things, but we'll see what happens. But I think they could have ended it in this room, because I think this is an absolutely fantastic room, although the level goes on a little bit longer after this room. So as you can see, we're just picking up some shotgun ammo, and there's enemies frozen all around, and it's obvious that sooner or later they're going to come to life. And what you need to do is you need to just go into the centre, but just watch out because there's lava in them 4 pits, and just pick up the shotgun ammo. And when you pick up that one which is to the right of Lara now, you'll get a zooming out and the lighting will change. I think this looks excellent, just watch this. Yeah, I really enjoy that. You didn't get a zooming out like that in the first Tomb Raider game, so it's fantastic to see that feature on the Sega Saturn. Now what you want to do is you want to run round and jump straight back on, because you're safe in the centre. For every one of them lava pits that you run round, you'll set off 2 or 3 more enemies and just blast them from here. I'd use the shotgun, because if you use the other weapons, what tends to happen is a lot of them will run out the room. Now you might get a couple of them running out the room like that one, but most of them will be dead with the shotgun before they end up getting out the room. But just when you've killed them all, just do it again, run and jump back on. And this is the safest way to do it, because if you start running around out there now, you almost certainly will end up dead. There'll be like, you know, 8 of them jumping all over you. Whereas this just makes it really easy to do. But yeah, I really think this is an excellent room. And I think maybe if you'd have got an artifact after doing this room, that would have been a good end to Tomb Raider Unfinished Business. And again, we've set off a couple more. Is that all of them we've set off? Or is the 1 or 2 more? But that one's come back into play. Swapped with the other one. Oh, there's still a frozen one there. And there's one outside. Right, let's see if this one sets it off. No, that's not set it off, has it? I see another enemy about to come back in. There's an enemy outside, and there's that frozen one we need to trigger off. Let's just start running around to trigger it off. We'll just do a circle of it. It's usually when you're facing the other way. No, it's still not done it. Oh no, there's the other enemy. We've still got that frozen one. Let's see, I think with this last one, if I remember, you'd have to run towards the outside. Yeah, it's the outside that triggers this one, whereas all the rest of them get triggered off by running around the inside. Hi everyone, here's a clip I've put in. So you can actually skip out having to kill all the enemies, but you have to be really precise. So if you pick up this one that makes the level zoom out, the door's now open. Now you've got to follow this exact path to get out without setting the enemies off, and it's vital on this door that you jump sort of halfway through the wall. You'll know instantly if you've got it correctly, because if you haven't, you'll hear footsteps, and that means every one of them enemies is going to come after you, hunt you down and kill you, so it is a risk. And this gives you access to the end of level last 2 rooms. Now these 2 rooms look spectacular. I just think they could have done more with them. I think they look really good. I just think all you really need to do is, I'm going to set these off so you can see what's in them. But there's absolutely no need to set these off. Now there's enemies in some of them, and some of them don't have enemies in. Let's take a health back to make sure I don't die at this late stage. But yeah, there's absolutely no need to set these enemies off. I'm just doing it to show you what's in them. So I'm probably making this section look a lot more sort of fun compared to what most people will do. Because most people, what you do is, you enter the room and you will pull the 2 levers either side of the door when you come in. And all you do then is you've got to run down the centre through the door that's just opened. And if you run down the centre having just pressed the 2 levers, you don't set off any of these enemies at all. So I do think it's a really well designed level. I just think with some additional changes to the level and to the design, it could have gone from a good level to a great level. If they'd just, you know, had a little bit more of a think about some of the rooms where, like, you don't have to go in them because there's just ammo in them, or there's enemies to the side that you don't have to set off, and maybe a couple of more secrets. And I think I'd have reworked the end, so maybe it ended in that room we've just been with all the enemies. But yeah, so we've set off the 2 levers, and you would just run down here without setting any of them off, straight into the second room. Now you're met by a centaur in this room, so you do have to battle this one, and just do the side to side movement. And again, a funny thing about this area is, I think it looks great, this area, and what I think is absolutely amazing level design, and I really thought I was impressed with this, is if you remember from the start of the Atlantean Stronghold level, the last level, when we went into the main area, we looked through the other side of this glass into this room at the centaur, and I was showing you the centaur. So you can actually see through the last level into this level, and from this level, I'll show you in a minute, into the last level. I think that's excellent design. But again, you know, all the sort of cocoons on the outside of the level, they've not got any enemies in this bit, which seems a little bit strange. But if we jump over As I said, at the start of the Atlantean Stronghold level, I actually stood on the other side showing you this bit of this level. So I mean, it's one thing, you know, being able to see through to a later part of the level, but you know, I think it takes it to the next level, and it's really impressive the way they've done that, where it looks like you can see through to the previous level and the next level. So again, down here there's a load more ammo, and there's also a medipack, so it's worth picking them up. And this is the last room with anything in. We've got to go through one more door, and then it is the end of Tomb Raider Unfinished Business. And I think Tomb Raider Unfinished Business, there's only 4 levels in the expansion, but the levels are absolutely massive, and I just think it really is an incredibly, you know, well thought out and put together expansion. And you know, the conversion to Sega Saturn by JRTombRaider is excellent. Now again, I'm going to set off the enemies here and kill them all, but you don't need to set off any of these enemies either. You've just got one lever to pull, and you've just got to run down the centre before the door shuts. But I'll just set them off so you can see that one had nothing in it. You just got to be dead careful if you do want to kill the enemies for some fun, because in this one it's really easy to get, you know, flustered and end up jumping in the lava and at death. What's the best tactic actually? Let's go an all-out warrior. The best tactic actually is if you did want to kill them, because you're going for all items and all enemies dead. When you set them off, just stand on one of the blocks in the centre, and you know, you're safe because they can't climb on the blocks. So just the one enemy left. So set it off. Just get the guns out. I should have already had the guns out. Oh my god! Did you see the way I sort of, Lara stuttered over the corner there, because she tried to fall down, but because the corner was that tight she didn't fall down. I just nearly fell in the lava and died. I still could die yet. Not got much health left there either. Nearly ended up dead right at the last second there. So what you could have done is, as soon as you come in, just pull this and just run down the centre and do some jumps as well, and you'd have never set them off. And this is the last room now. All you do in this room is slide down, and there's a massive ball there and balls to the side. And I think that was a bit of an anti-climax, the fact that there was nothing in that big ball. It would have been nice if there was a sort of final boss in this room to come out of that ball. But the level ends, and that's the end of Tomb Raider Unfinished Business. So 41 kills, 60 pickups, which is all of them, and we got the 1 out of 1 secret. I think it's absolutely fantastic, this game. You know, I did come up with some suggestions of how the Hive could have been a little bit better, but I think generally speaking the levels are designed really well. Pretty much upgrades everything from the first game, and the conversion by JRTombRaider is absolutely amazing. So we now get to see the credits of the people who made the original Tomb Raider and the people who made Tomb Raider Unfinished Business, and JRTombRaider has also added some new credits for the people who were involved in the Sega Saturn conversion. So as we can see on this screen, it's for Retro Raider John, which is JRTombRaider. And then I was also really proud to see my name, Retro Dad, and also Rings of Saturn and Cyblitzer added. And then the final screen is a thank you to the Sega Saturn community from JRTombRaider. And on behalf of the Sega Saturn community, I'd like to thank JRTombRaider for his excellent work on the conversion. If you've liked this video, please give it a like. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.